jump cuts that... Notice they focused on that bond. Did you see that? There was a shutter speed change on the camera to focus on that bond between these two students. No way. Today I'm continuing my Star Wars, The Old Republic cinematic journey with Knights of the Fallen Empire Sacrifice. This particular video was suggested by our Dragoon tier member, Azure Wing. If you would like to suggest a video for me to react to, click that join button, become a Dragoon. If you're enjoying our time together, please consider checking out some of our other cinematics. Star Wars lore masters, join me in battle once again. Awesome first image.
Can have anything.
Whoa.
If he's willing to sacrifice.
Wow,
With
what a
your
transition.
birth comes a solemn vow.
I love the voice acting.
You will have nothing. Your privilege is the dirt.
Training montage already, I'm loving it. Ooh, really nice jump cuts there. Notice they focused on that bond. Did you see that? There was a shutter speed change on the camera to focus on that bond between these two students.
Only ambition will guide you.
The first lightsaber. Yes, Effie, thank you. I love
The
this.
oaths you swear, the promises you make, they are yours alone.
Okay, interesting. They said yours alone, but there's two of them. It's like, is this guy trying to drive a wedge between them or something?
Your freedom will be the wars you wage.
Whoa. Oh man, this is just well edited, and the set pieces are varied and interesting. I feel like it's a real montage in a film.
Your birthright,
Yeah.
the losses you suffer.
Notice one is white outfit, one is black. Whoa. Wait, is that Darth Talon?
Your entitlement, the pain you endure.
Oh no. And you notice that bond, the same shot of their connection. Whoa, the brutality. No way.
And when darkness finds you,
Oh, he got injured, now he has a mask.
you will face it
So
alone.
Alone, he keeps saying alone. Yours alone, you will face it alone. And these two are connected, twins or brothers, right? He's gone to the dark side almost with this injury that he's suffered. Become more brutal in his way of fighting even. His choreography has changed, and that was a deliberate choice by the fight coordinators. This feels big. This feels like Luke Skywalker going to see the Emperor, you know? The lightsabers, and their two flags are different. What is it, like Republic and... He turned away in disgust? No. Oh, he's angry. Oh no, is he gonna attack him? He's Sith. He went Sith. He knows it's coming. No way. He anticipated this. No way. And he destroyed his bro. No! Oh my goodness, the 5D chess. Man, their master is an evil. And there it is, the shot once again, their bond broken. Oh, that guy is a monster. That guy's an actual monster. Completely manipulated them from the ground up. What the? Oh, that guy's a monster.
Come with me, son.
Son. Yeah, that was... Oh my goodness. That was incredible. Yeah. And very, very good visual storytelling. What's the first thing I noticed? And this is what's so beautiful about filmmaking, right? The first thing I noticed was the shutter speed change emphasis on this. Did you see it? Did you see it? This is a filmmaking technique. One of my favorite directors, Wong Kar-wai, makes a Hong Kong film director. I wouldn't be surprised if that was inspired by him, in fact. You can change your shutter speed to create a really weird effect. This was amazing too. The sort of just like choreography in the opening, very brutal, and the music. The White One turned evil. Yeah, this is incredible, and like that, this is just such a good plot. Like this could be the plot of a first movie in a trilogy, or a middle movie in a trilogy, or a last one. I don't even know, or the opening scene to a film. It's incredibly well done. Yeah, very, very well done. And you can say they're clearly brothers. They seem to be twins of his. He says son, but this is what's interesting. They never get his approval. They never get his approval. And then right there, he looks around. Look at the child in white's reaction. It's interesting, right? It's just disappointment. And over the years, this kind of boils and turns into rage, it seems.
Only ambition will guide you.
So cool.
The oaths you swear,
Yeah.
the promises you make, they are yours alone.
Man, it almost sounds like Liam O'Brien. Very similar voice. Sci-fi, Zen, and Western, definitely. The one in white turned, and big samurai vibes for sure.
You're free.
Yeah, these edits are really the standout for me. Like, again, like if I was to choose one kind of like cinematic tool as a standout throughout this whole thing,
Will be the war
obviously the visuals are amazing. But the editing,
you wage.
it's very good. It's just using all the tools. I would say the music's another standout in classic Star Wars fare. Being able to kind of like use the music to show a set change, to show a mood change so fast. Like, look at this.
Freedom will be the wars you wage.
Ramps up. I mean, guys, we're looking at look at this sequence of shots is so cool. So we have this shot, which is this the shot of the two of them sitting. Now I want you to note their positions. That is a 5 seconds, pretty much 5 or 6 seconds in between these two shots. And look what happens. Now we have the same shot, and it opens on just this, like, you know, war. Look what war has done to them. Isn't that remarkable? And then the explosion lights them up. There's only more war. You know, you can even reveal what's going on. We just have that like haunting look in their eyes, like dead inside look, forced to fight.
Your birthright, the losses you
See? And then he turns away again. This is a big cinematic for repetition. Repetition is really important in film as well.
suffer.
We're establishing, and look at his reaction now as he gets older. He's starting to snap, and he has the outburst. Hello, Geordie Jedi. How you doing? Perfect time for a Jedi to arrive. Yeah, who is this character? Cool.
Your entitlement, the pain
Oh man, he got messed up here. Looks like maybe burn marks.
you endure.
And they, you know, he's there for him. The Knights of Zakul. This is awesome, Azure Wing. Just brutality.
And when darkness
See?
finds you,
And again, they're kind of like emphasizing this guy's fighting style is changing. His mood is changing.
you will face it.
Oh, did he lose an arm too? I didn't actually catch that. Did he lose his arm in this? I'm trying to go back. Oh no.
Your entitlement,
He did lose his arm.
the pain you endure.
Oh, Oh, that's awful, man. That's awful. I didn't even catch that. I was focused on his acting, like his emotions on his face. His eye color changed. Yeah. Isn't that Darth Talon? I don't know.
Face it.
That is Darth Talon. Okay.
Alone.
Yeah. He is fallen to a dark place. And also, I like how they show that he was actually injured. He was actually injured in war, because in the Star Wars lore, like, pain is a big part of becoming a Sith. And it's kind of cool that they like show that be a part of this. Yeah, really, really nice. Kind of like pushes him even further into the dark side, using that anger. But yeah, like his whole arm is replaced. Yeah, rough. But yeah, this scene is great. It's just like, you can tell it's going to be an important confrontation. I'm most impressed with the speed of this. This is 4.5 minutes, not even close to 4.5 minutes, because, you know, not counting logos and everything, the beginning and end, it's probably really closer to 4 minutes. And so much happens. This could really be an entire film. I think that's what's so impressive about it. An entire film's worth of character development and everything goes into this. So I want to see what they lay out again. So we have, okay, so I think what's happening here is they're kind of presenting their victories to their father, or, you know, he's not their father, their leader here, showing the enemies that they defeated. So I think on this side we have, most likely it was the people he's defeated here, and then the flags, I'm assuming, are the people they defeated as well, kind of their like banners. But as usual, Republic and Empire, right? He is their father. That's dark, man. Yeah, as always, he just walks away. You know, what is the significance of their presentation though? Make sure people catch it. Yeah, the robotic hand. Yeah, I saw that on the stab actually, so that was smart of them. But yeah, he just snaps up, and there's the robotic hand. And to me, it's awesome because it's like, look what I sacrificed for this, right? I mean, the name is sacrifice. But what's interesting here is it's kind of presented that, like, the horrifying part about this is it's presented that the Sith is, you know, slipping and failing because of, you know, how he's acting, and it's kind of unbecoming of a Jedi traditionally and stuff. Sad part is, you know, the dark truth is he knew that the kid's brother was gonna save him. His son was gonna save him. But he also knew that this guy was more powerful. Wild, man. But you know, the dark side took over him there. And the saddest part is, there's that shot. Yep, in that same visual style as the initial grab. So sad. So sad, but so well done. And there he is, finally approving, or something like that.
Come
Yep.
with me, son.
See? It's all part of his plan. That's horrifying. That's horrifying. Yeah, Lee, it's so sad. They committed their entire lives to serving him, and it's like they're just wheezing his guard. Yeah, I mean, the sad part is, though, I think his plan by having these twins trained was that he wanted them to, like, one to feed into the other's power, and it's just so sickening. The twin, too. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, totally. That's going to send that kid straight into the ends of the dark side. This is why Vitaly is one of my favorite characters. He's so cunning. Yeah, man, this is like... That was a shocker. That was a real shocker right there. And Chimera Kate, what's up, Chimera Kate? Yeah, very, very dark. This would make such a good... Like, if this was the opening to a Star Wars film, I'd be like, oh, heck yeah. I'm in, 100%. This is fresh. this is creative, but it's reverent of the George Lucas Star Wars, I would say. I think it is. But it's still a little bit different, got a different vibe. Super cool idea for a villain, right? I think it's great. And we've definitely not seen anything like this in the films. This was the opening to a film. I'd be at the edge of my seat. I'd be locked in on this movie. I'd be like, yes, this is a new era of Star Wars. Yeah. So super interesting. Yeah, and that's a 4-minute intro, man. That's a 4-minute intro. Can you imagine what they would do with the whole movie? What's that rule? There can only be 2, master and apprentice. It's not usually truly followed as a rule, but usually the Sith kind of try to do it, or like, you know, upend each other, rebel or whatever. One of you didn't eat the other. Yeah, it's super interesting. Oh yeah, the hype would be insane. Yeah, this is, and I think it's honestly the feeling I get when I see this is it's kind of bittersweet. I'm not gonna lie. It's almost like, man, I really wish this was a movie. Can you imagine if this was like a movie in whatever 2000? When did this come out? What year was this? 8 years ago. It's got 18 million views. Can you imagine? That would be crazy. That'd be actually crazy. Jordy says Ray beats both of them. Do you mean like in power scaling, Ray? Or I'm sorry, Jordy. Does that mean power scaling, Ray? Like in a fight? I can suggest the other cinematics from the expansions from this. That would be awesome, Azure. If you want to make that your next choice, yeah. Usually ends up in the chain masters and apprentices. Oh, yeah. Well, it's always interesting to me. We talked about this in the last Star Wars trailer. It's like, it's interesting how, you know, the Sith get a pretty bad deal being a master. It's like, why would you take on an apprentice knowing that he's going to kill you in like a few trainings or whatever, you know? She is all the Jedi. So, like Palpatine had Dooku as an apprentice, and Dooku himself had an apprentice as Saj Ventress. Yeah. Those are of course added after, but I think those were cool additions, and it could be argued that those guys weren't really full Sith, like a Saj Ventress. I don't know if I'd call her Sith. She's just unfortunately OP. Yeah, she's pretty strong. Yeah, but this would have been hype. This would have been a really cool intro to a movie. Like I said, I would have been locked in and so curious. Can I ask you guys something? Does this story play out in this game? Oh, I'm actually afraid to ask. I'm gonna get so sad if this is just like a nothing. If this just ends at nothing and there's no conclusion or reference to this character ever again. I hope that's not the case, because I'm really curious how this plays out. Asajj is one of my favorite. Yeah, she's a great character. Asajj Ventress. Yeah, really cool character in the Clone Wars. Also, Count Dooku is the best. Christopher Lee, rest in peace. Absolute legend. He's the best. Yeah. Palpatine always flirted with the rule of 2. Well, Palpatine was such a what's the word I'm looking for? A mastermind, you know, that he would have used a lot of things against people, and he would have, you know, wanted Dooku to think he was like his, you know, chosen student that he's going to train forever, and then wanted Dooku to think he doesn't really know that Dooku has an apprentice and stuff. He's really good at playing people. You can decide how it ends. Really? It's been played out for years. Okay. He's an antagonist. Arkan, the guy with the mask, plays a huge role in the game. Okay. Manipulator. True. It's probably the same being adding new versions of itself. Yeah. Got to keep that unlimited power to yourself. That's right. Palpatine was a fantastic Sith master. Yeah, Palpatine is awesome. He's the best. Yeah. What's up, RuneGate? How you doing? How can I suggest cinematic? So RuneGate, tonight we're doing our Dragoon tier members who choose a video that I react to. As part of the membership perk is like I will react to a video that you choose. So it's really fun. Yeah, so that's what we're doing tonight. You have to click the join button to become a Dragoon. You can look at the perks and everything. And then they've hopped in the Discord and placed them on this awesome spreadsheet we have of everybody's videos, which is right here. We are working our way through it and actually doing really good tonight. We've covered quite a bit. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. What is that? Our third one tonight? Doing really good. Mastermind with no toothbrush. True. All that work and not enough time to brush his teeth. Crazy. Awesome. Vityat seems to be the #1 villain in Star Wars, yeah? The drunken Sith master. But yeah, I really like this. Fantastically done. And just feels fresh and new, which is, I'm gonna be honest, it's hard to do in Star Wars at this point. Because you have to ask yourself, like, if you go too fresh with Star Wars, you can kind of alienate fans. It's very hard to find a balance. And honestly, it's like one of the freshest projects that's ever been done in Star Wars was actually Andor. Did you guys see Andor? Really good show. Really good acting, incredible writing. I loved it. Dialogue was top notch, casting was top notch. Just some super tense moments. It was like, you know, just putting you in the streets of Star Wars, like the people, not the Jedi, not the big heroes, not the big villains. Just what are the people going through? It was an awesome show. This show was received quite poorly by a big percent of the Star Wars fandom, which I was super disappointed in. Because the filmmaking was magnificent in it. And it was actually new. It was actually something totally fresh in Star Wars. But do you see what I'm saying? If you go too fresh, a lot of the fan base doesn't like it. If you go too nostalgic, which I'd argue the sequel trilogy is probably too nostalgic, right? A lot of it is literally just lifted from previous stuff. And I would say not in a particularly like incredibly inspired way, right? As is a common criticism of parts of that. And yeah, so people didn't like it was too nostalgic. So it's like, it's really hard to find that balance, honestly. And I think this is pretty cool. I really enjoyed this. Andor is probably my favorite Star Wars show Disney has made. Yeah, it's amazing. The higher ups just didn't get it. Yeah. I said in Discord, compiled cinematics was better than the new trilogy. Wow. Says Island. Yeah. I mean, these are great. These are fantastic. Hello from Australia, says Bean. How you doing, Bean? Good to see you. Rebel Moon is coming out soon. Looking forward to that. I've not heard of Rebel Moon. Why is he killing another Jedi? I don't know the full context. I assume this is yeah, I don't really know what's going on here. But definitely a cool fight. I'm going to have to assume this happened in a previous expansion where you fought her and destroyed her because, yeah, this seems like it would have been a pretty cool battle, you know? Andor Season 2 is going to be next year. Is it actually pushed to 2025? No way. I did not know that. I thought it was coming out next year. But hey, take the time. That show was great. And I think it's only going to be 2 seasons, so there's no rush, really. Twins are neither Sith nor Jedi. It's a third faction, says Centrillion. Yeah, I could see that. That is not a moon. That's no moon. I'm not sure if they're Grey Jedi or something else, but they're pretty cool, pretty fascinating. I love this, though. Yeah, to conclude our talk on this, fantastic. I think I've talked a lot about the standouts, but yeah, just overall amazing. Amazing. And I think definitely struck a cool balance for me personally. Very intriguing balance, I would say, of nostalgic and new. But it's really, really tough when you're dealing with a franchise which is now like ousted from its creator. It's kind of hard to figure out what to do with it, right? And to do it to please everybody. In fact, I'd say it's impossible. What's up, Wessex? You watched any HBO shows? I've been hooked on Succession. I haven't watched any. I don't think I haven't watched any HBO shows in a while, but I have watched them in the past. There's definitely some good stuff in the past. I've not seen Succession. I know it's like quite popular, right? The Twi'lek Zabrak. Yeah, it looks like a Darth Maul tattoo on a character who usually doesn't have those markings, so it must be a tattoo. They're separate Empire, Azure. Okay, awesome. Yeah, this is an inspired character design, though. I like this. Obviously, referencing Darth Maul from a design standpoint, even though this came before him. Just the artist referencing him. The Sith and the Republic back together to try and defeat him. Cool. That's fun. Previous Sith Emperor We thought we defeated, huh? New big bad. Yeah, I like it. I think it's a lot of fun and would be a super cool opening, and also already make the masked character sympathetic that he's been manipulated by his father in a really toxic way. Really toxic way. Archon and Thexon. Jedi or Sith, rather just Force wielders. Okay. They're the lieutenants of the Sith Emperor. Cool. Eternal Empire. Love it. Yeah. Really cool story. Again, like fresh and new, and it seems quite inspired to me. But all right, cool. We'll call that for this particular one. Who did this one? This was Azure Wing. That's right, Azure Wing. Thank you so much for the suggestion. I really enjoyed covering this.